Hey everybody, welcome to our Diesel Dreamers team call. Tonight is April 17th, 2017, and we have a special guest, Lily Rubio. I'm so excited to have you on, girl. So a little background, Lily and I met at a Super Saturday. I've heard of her because she came into the business, I actually didn't even ask you how long ago, but a few years ago, and like rocked it, like on fire from day one. So she was kind of like known for like signing up people at Costco. Like she just randomly in line and made friends with someone and sold a challenge pack. Like, yeah, crazy, but super awesome. Just goes to show you like how much confidence she has and how much she believes in what we do and just willingly shares it. So just a little background on Lily. She's a 2-star diamond coach, and she just recently actually became diamond in her second business center, which is like super huge and exciting. She's a Success Club 10 All-Star legend. She's a one-time premier coach. Her and I actually attended the New Leader Conference together 2 years ago, so we got to bond over there. And her, and Arlene Pino became like this little trio. So it was like really awesome and fun to just hang out and not just talk like business, but like life and get to know one another and like our backgrounds and stuff. But besides the business stuff, she's married to her husband, James, for 11 years. They have 2 little boys who are super adorable and so awesome. And they love Shake Up, and they love like everything Lily cooks for them. Like they eat it up, which is great because a lot of kids don't eat super healthy. So if you're a mom, you need some tips, follow Lily. She is a YouTuber. To me, she's like the definition of a mom boss. So I'm going to pass it over to Lily. Thank you for being on our call. Sorry, I'm like choking on my Chico. But I'm going to mute myself. Take it away, Lily.
All right. Thank you, Paulina. I have a few girls here on my team, at least 3 of them. So I want to introduce you to Paulina. Like she said, we actually got to know each other at NLC. And NLC is New Leadership Conference. Once you become 2-star, you have a chance to earn this like VIP private little like training mini summit for just like a few hundred people rather than like 20-something thousand people. A few hundred go and you learn from successful like top coaches, you work out with all the trainers. So it's awesome. And I know that me, myself, I think we did that. I know I accomplished that in my going into my 2nd year as a coach. And I remember at one point kind of feeling like it was going to be too hard. I think I was missing like maybe like 3 coaches, but I don't know. I just was like, maybe NLC isn't going to happen. And then my coach encouraged me to fight for it. And I remember literally like making the deadline and doing what I had to do like days before, like hours before kind of thing. It was crazy. But I was so thankful that I fought for it because so many things in our business, like we got to fight for it. A lot of what the industry that we're in, it doesn't come easy. So before I go into kind of like my Beachbody story, I want to take you back before I started Beachbody, before I learned anything about this. And my foundation with online, or my introduction to making money online started about 6 years ago when I got a phone call from my brother. He's an actor in LA, and he's like, Lil, people are making crazy money on YouTube. And I mean, there's guys just doing this or that, nothing, no big deal. You got to get on there. And at the time, I am a Christian singer too, and I had just had my first kid, and music was kind of like I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do with music now. I don't want to be touring or anything like I was before. And so at the time though, I thought, man, I am a mom boss. I am like just super ambitious, and I was already reading like personal development books, and my mind had been rocked. And I thought, how do I package that all together and put a bow on it and sell that? And to me, YouTube was the answer. And so at the time, my motivation for doing it was like, wow, I could build an online following. But because I had already started with music, I realized, you know what, right now, like nobody's knocking on my door to book me, to like, and that's when I had this realization that if opportunity, I couldn't sit back and wait for opportunity to come to me. I had to create it. And I realized from the very beginning that I needed to build my own audience. And to me, that was worth more than anything else at the time. I said, all I need to do right now is build an audience, because I understood and I knew that if I had an audience and tomorrow I wanted to come out with a pen line, all I had to do was tell my audience, hey, I got new pens. And my audience would support me. My audience would buy it. And so it's funny because I never saw myself doing network marketing at all. Like, you could not have met somebody, guys, that hated it, mocked it, rolled my eyes. I mean, how many of you felt like that about network marketing before you started? Just like kind of ashamed of it, or we all had that friend that, you know, made you buy something from her, or having to attend parties. Like, oh my gosh, when people ask me to host parties for them, I would just get like massive anxiety and be like, oh, I gotta invite people. Oh my gosh, I hated them. I hated having to do parties and stuff like that. So anyways, you couldn't have met somebody that was like saying no to network marketing more than me. But I always, way back then, we're talking 6-7 years ago, I always thought, well, shoot, if I'm gonna be promoting and doing like makeup looks on YouTube, then I'd rather promote a product that I can like make money from. So rather than just like, you know, promoting products that I can't make any money off of, why not? Like, that's just always what I thought. And I know I'm sounding so money hungry now. I'm like, I started YouTube for the money, and if I'm gonna promote products, but more what I was going after was this idea of just an online business. How can I get into this online spectrum? Because this is amazing. Like, this idea of working from the internet blew my mind even way back then. So anyways, I started making YouTube videos, and my very first YouTube video, ironically, was how I lost the baby weight with no dieting. I think that was one of my first videos. I gained 40 pounds, and at the time, funny enough, my foundation with Beachbody started because I was a coach before I even knew coaching existed. I had just had a baby, and I gained 40 pounds, and I knew that I needed accountability and I needed friends. So I formed a mommy workout group. And I used to invite like girls over to my house from my church. Sometimes I had 8 or 10 girls over, and we would work out together. And our kids would play, we would work out, and we would do, my brother gave me somewhere here a bootleg copy of P90X. I keep it on my desk because it was like, even though it was bootleg, it was like that gave me the foundation for like, just kind of paved the way for my future that I didn't even know I was going to get into. But P90X, doing it like a few days a week, we would walk, we would jog. But I was a coach back then. So I went on YouTube and I shared these tips, what I was doing, how I did it. And then I was sharing like personal development things, how to get what you want without having to ask. And you know, these videos, I was kind of piggybacking on like my music following and some people on Facebook. And then one day I got pregnant. And everybody was saying, you're pregnant, we want to follow your pregnancy. And at the time I was like, follow my pregnancy? Like, what is that? I didn't even know that people followed pregnant people or what that meant. So I started looking into it, and there was a whole world of pregnancy vlogs, of people vlogging. Have you guys watched them, or did you guys like go to YouTube when you were pregnant and look up other mommies? No? See, because I didn't know. I know Jennifer knows me from YouTube. Like, I didn't know that existed. So here I go on, and I realize that there's this whole other world. So I end up, fine, if that's what you guys want, I will make pregnancy videos. And so I started making these videos. And guys, slowly my audience began to grow and grow and double and double. And I was just literally, you know, I saw what people were doing. There was like moms in like bathrooms just talking, oh, I'm 12 weeks pregnant. I got heartburn this week. I got this, that. And so I decided to like, all right, that's what people are doing. I would go outside and get like all dressed up and show my belly and put music to it. And my audience just started growing. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'm a mommy vlogger. Like, I didn't even set out to be a mom YouTuber. Even though I was about to be a mom, I was already a mom, my second child. But it wasn't my thing. I was really into like business, entrepreneurship. But that really wasn't getting me the views per se. But mommyhood started to get me the views. So I felt like I was onto something, and I started sharing my journey. Eventually, my audience grew from, at the time that I started, I had maybe like 500 subscribers, and now I have over 18,000 subscribers on YouTube. That took time, you guys. That took time of getting video after video, of just getting, 20 people watching it, 30 people watching it. But my point in telling you all of that was because that was the foundation that allowed me to have a successful Beachbody business. When I was introduced to Beachbody, right away, remember that audience I said that if I have a pen, I can sell them my pen? Well, this time I was introduced to the Beachbody business opportunity, and I went straight to my YouTube channel and I shared with them that I was getting started in this journey. And with as much hesitation that I had, I thought, well, gosh, I usually talk about like breastfeeding tips, and I'm talking more like motherhood stuff. But I thought, like, if I talk about like health, fitness, Beachbody, is that going to turn people off? But it didn't. It did the opposite. People wanted to know more and more. And I finally decided to start a separate Instagram page, because at the time I had my YouTube personal one that I would share a little bit of everything. And in 2015, I started an all food and fitness Instagram page. It was kind of like my New Year's resolution. I started the business in the last month of 2014. So I like to say like 2015, but I started my Instagram page, and my following like blew up for me. I mean, I have 13 plus thousand subscribers, followers on Instagram, and that page started in 2015. I started that fresh slate, and I'll share a little bit about how I grew that following. But the point is, I was able to get that audience and bring them right into what I'm doing. So guys, what I want to share with you today is how the consistency of, first of all, if I could share anything, when I tell people like, I'm going to teach you one-on-one how I became successful step by step, how to do what I'm doing, the only way to teach how to get the success that I've been able to gain was that I grew my audience first. And I'm telling you girls right now that yes, it's important to obviously have like your fitness and health pages, but the way that you're going to connect with people and really like get that audience is to talk about non-Beachbody things. Like, I'm talking, for the most part, I was able, so I still continue to do mommy videos and updates with the kids, and now I'm posting stuff about like family, fitness, and stuff like that. But you have to find out what is that thing about you, your story, and you almost have to lead with that. Because especially like Beachbody coaches, more and more people everyone pretty much like has a friend who they know someone who's a Beachbody coach. So we hear a lot about, sharing your story, setting yourself apart. But I honestly feel that my secret, if I could give you my secret to success, to being, hitting SC20 and beyond every single month, it's because of that audience that I built. And it was built on non-Beachbody related topics. So you know what would be genius for you guys to do right now? If you're a mom, and granted, you have to maybe play around. I didn't set out to post videos about motherhood and updates with my kids. I would do like a 2-month update, a 5-month update of my kids, and just share what I was going through with my kids. And so many people were relating to me. And so we all have something, guys. We have a hobby. We have an interest. Are you super faithful in your church? Are you, into whatever your hobby or interest is? If you were to specifically create an audience based on that, and share content that is more about that, and I would say Facebook could lend itself more to this. Instagram, you want to stick to having like a focused page, either all food and fitness, all mommyhood. Even though I do mix motherhood stuff, I weave it with my Instagram page, but it's mostly fitness and food. I will post things like we went to the park, but I'll usually tie it in to Beachbody or some way. But one advantage that we have by building our YouTube audiences, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, another little secret. Coaches are not really on YouTube. Beachbody coaches are not using YouTube as their avenue for reaching people. They're not. They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, and yes, we can find a ton of stuff on YouTube. Do you know that I made a transformation video, my first T25 transformation? It has over 150,000 views. I posted it a year and a half ago. Over 150,000. I have my link right there. I get leads from that video every single month. Hey, I saw your transformation video. So I promise you, people, YouTube is, and this wasn't turning into like a plug for YouTube, but like I said, if I could share with you my secret for success, for me, it has been YouTube. And it was building that audience and then weaving in what I'm doing. So for me, it was important to build that audience first, which obviously if you already have an existing business, it's kind of like, okay, how are you gonna like go backwards and like, okay, first let me build this audience. And then I'll like plug in Beachbody, but you don't have to do that. You can just choose your main topic that you want to start sharing about. And YouTube is the #2 largest search engine on the internet. So you guys know, if you want to learn to do something, you're going to look, how do I hang my hammock? That was my most recent view, how to hang a hammock. And you're going to look for a video because you want to see the instructions, right? You want to see it. So the same thing, video, oh, Katie just said video is so powerful. It's true, video is so powerful. And this is why now, you know, technology has changed. YouTube has kind of taken the backseat a little bit for me, since Instagram is where I get most of my business and I'm focusing. I used to stay up till 3 in the morning editing YouTube videos, guys, and then Snapchat came around. And now I can basically daily vlog, and I don't have to spend hours editing. I just put it on there, and there's my whole day of daily vlogs. So video is super powerful, but the way you build your audience is by sharing non-Beachbody things. And that's it. So when people ask me, like, I have a lot of success on Snapchat as well. And Snapchat, I'm not constantly just posting. I'm posting mainly just about my life. And so if you want, I can walk you through what a day of Snapchat looks like for me. Like, how do I, you know, tie it in? So do you guys want that? I don't know, like a little role play of how I do Snapchat. So usually I'll wake up in the morning, and I always start off. So what I love about Snapchat is that it's kind of like where actions speak louder than words. You don't really have to say much. You could just do things. So I don't believe that we should, you know, you don't want to just be like, hey, making my shake now, Shakeology, that daily dance of, you know, no. But what I do is I'll hold my camera up while I'm making my shake and just say, what's up, guys? Good morning. Today we have a crazy day with the kids, and I'm making my shake. So I'm showing my lifestyle, right? And then sometimes I will be like, oh, today I'm adding spinach. I need some extra greens. But I don't make that whole post necessarily, or I'll be like, you know, whatever. So I'll just do conversational things showing my lifestyle. So that'll just be, hey, yeah, so here's what we're doing as I'm making my shake. Then I'll show myself like out the door with my breakfast in hand, and then like a picture of me in the car with the boys like off, and maybe I'll have my shake there. Like, you know, some days I will plug it in like, thank goodness for this quick meal, and I'm off, or whatever. Throughout the day, I will just post things that are going on. I feel it's important to mix pictures with video, and that way you, you know, you don't just want all video, because Snapchat is something like, there's not a big attention span, so you gotta keep stuff either like really engaging, but like mixing pictures with videos kind of gives variety to your, you don't just want all video, it just gives a variety to that. But anyways, I'll just continue on. When it's time to do my workout, I have the hands free, and I will show myself like doing moves. And I don't recommend you do like 50 moves, or like, without exaggeration, I see people maybe do like 10. They'll do like first their lunges, then that's too much. Give them a snippet. You record 2 little moves, and that's it. And you show you did your workout. When you're posting like way too much, it's just like, after a while, it's like, okay. So just 2 little moves, you saying done, I feel amazing. And then, you know, maybe a little pep talk for the day. I love sharing the chaotic things in my life. Those things that you don't want to talk about. So the other day we had breakfast at McDonald's, and I'm like an anti-McDonald's person, but whatever time, that's all we had time for. We had breakfast there. So I just came on and I'm like, you guys, my eating has been horrible. And I was just like, I have McDonald's. And I slapped myself. Oh my gosh, I got so many replies like, oh, I was dying. Like that was like one of my busiest snap reply days, simply because I was just being silly, and I slapped myself, and I'm like, I was being real, you know, just saying like, I can't believe I had McDonald's. I slapped myself, but I got a good response that day. So I even say the things that you feel ashamed about, feel like, look at this mess my kids just made, post about it. Post about it, because people will relate to that, and they're going to be like, this girl is real. This girl is cool. Look at how she ties it on in. It's just how people see us. So anyways, non-Beachbody posts will build your audience. Now, I will talk to you a little bit about how I grew my audience. On YouTube, 100%, I grew my audience by collaborating with other YouTubers. So at the time, I had a clothing line, and I still do. My clothing line is still open, but I don't really promote it. If I get hits on Google, I have like orders. I have a shipment. I got to send out a few now, but I don't really promote it anymore because Beachbody has taken over, and it's way more simple to work this business than my actual online business that it took me years to create, and I had to manufacture tops. So what my business is I designed little half camis. This was before crop tops were in, and you could find these in every Forever 21, which did affect my business. But the solution was, instead of wearing a long cami, you could just wear a short one for low cut tops. And so what I would do is I would send my tops to other people and ask them to review it, and I would give a 3-pack away if they subscribe to my channel. That's how I got to my first 1,000 subscribers, because I would partner with other big YouTubers, big meaning like they had like 10,000, 15, still reachable. I'm not gonna hit someone up that has 1 million, because by that time they're gonna ask you. Someone did tell me it was $20,000 to mention my tops. I was like, they had like 400,000 subscribers. I was like, 20 grand? You girls are rolling in the dough, because they work with really big brands. So collaboration, that's how I was able to build substantially, like to go from, you know, getting like 200, 500 followers, subscribers in a day, or like in a week's period. So if you want to grow your audience, you're going to have to collaborate, advertise. On Instagram, 100% I grew my audience by doing shout outs. It's kind of like YouTube lingo. You find other pages. Usually we found that food pages are really good. And they have their email address at the top. You contact them, and you consistently do shout outs. In 2016, I did a shout out almost every single week or month. No, every other week or so. And that's how I doubled my audience, basically. I got to my first 10K by doing that. So I did have to be a product of the product and have my transformation picture. And that was kind of like my, I call it like my bread and butter. Like my transformation picture is my bread and butter. That is what I use for all of my shout outs, and it brings all the boys to the yard. My transformation brings boys to the yard. It does. I'll use other pictures and I'm like, dang it, I gotta go back to that transformation picture because it always brings me the most people. So if you still are in transition of like transforming your body, make it your business, guys. Your business to get a banging transformation picture. I'm sure Paulina too, that is your bread and butter. Your little bikini one in that pink bikini. I mean, it's amazing, but our transformation pictures are what call people's attention. I've used food before. I've used just a selfie. I've used help wanted, you know, searching for fit girls with like a flex. Transformation pictures, if you need to make it your focus, if you don't have one. In my transformation video for YouTube, guys, I have words, pictures, and videos. It doesn't, if you feel like, oh, but I haven't documented that much, that's okay. Create a story. Like you could say day one, I was 100, you could do that with words. I was, 150 pounds, lost, afraid. Next slide, a picture of your before. And you can create a video. And let me tell you, I learned how to use YouTube, how to edit and all that on YouTube. So if it's something that you have been thinking about and you have wanted to do, I mean, I started literally there. I had no help, no one to teach me. I went on YouTube and started learning. If you have an iPhone, you can edit everything. 90% of my vlogs and YouTube videos are all on my iPhone. I have this cool little handle that I love. I just take my phone everywhere with it. So, okay. Any questions up until this point that you guys can think of? Junie, Abina. Hey guys. Hey Jenny. I'm seeing my team on here too. This is an earlier call for us. Okay, no other questions up until this point? Okay, so if you guys can't think of anything, my next topic was gonna be about having this CEO mentality. So I'll never forget, we went to a training, Kim Carver came to Miami, and he asked us, what is the difference between having an employee mindset and a CEO and a boss mindset? And so people were raising their hands like, consistency, whatever, like they were just sharing stuff like that. Like, what's the difference between someone with an employee and a boss mindset? Or wait, am I saying this wrong? I am saying this wrong. Now I'm like, crap, what was this? It was a great story, guys. But anyways, the moral of the story was that the difference between, erase what I said. The difference, he asked, what is the difference between a successful coach and a non-successful coach? If you had to put them, what is the difference between the two? And he said the difference was that one coach has an employee mindset and the other coach has a boss mindset, a CEO mindset. So what does that mean? As an employee, when things don't go right, what do? You complain, you say like, oh, look at these changes. Oh my gosh, we're never gonna be able to sell this now. They just raised the price. That's what an employee does. They complain, they're not really solution oriented. A CEO is gonna say, all right, this is what we're dealt with. What are we going to do about this? And they're going to find solutions for the problem. And so having that mindset from the very beginning of your business is going to help you. It's going to help you so much, because the minute you find yourself like complaining or feeling a bit of a victim, like no one's helping me, or I'm not getting the support, or, whatever, my team is falling apart, I don't have a team, whatever negative thoughts, instantly ask yourself, is this what a boss would do? No, a boss would like take charge, find a solution, find a substitute, do what he's got to do. And so you need to take that mentality from the very beginning. So that was just a mindset that I had from the beginning. I really didn't get much help from my upline. I never really joined her challenge groups, nothing. I just took off on my own because I understood that being on my own was going to help develop me and grow. And it did. It totally did. And I made many mistakes and had to learn the hard way, but I just from the very beginning, I understood that I got to do this on my own. It's not her responsibility. So having that CEO mindset from the very beginning gave me the foundation that allowed me to have success in my Beachbody business. Another thing that was already there, thank goodness, is personal development. Personal development for me, I had already read books like The Secret, and I understood concepts like to focus on what you do want to happen and not what you don't want to happen. And so for me, that was something like just having those little tidbits of knowledge that we learn from these personal development books gave me just the mindset that I needed for this business. Because the reality is, guys, being an entrepreneur, I mean, this is really the road less traveled. It's not easy. And it's a heck of a lot easier to just clock in and clock out and not have to deal with criticism from our friends and family. It's a lot easier to just, to not have to build a team and all that stuff. This is not easy. but it is worth it. It is so worth it because the freedom that we can gain if we really make this business work for us is like nothing else. You know, we talk about, I've actually realized that as a stay-at-home mom, I was living in a bubble. And recently, Arlene Pino talked so much about how the little things that she would pray for, like just staying home with her kids the day after Easter or something. And I realized, like, I mean, I've always had that as a stay-at-home mom, but how much that means to people that don't have that freedom, that they would kill to be able to, you know, do the things that a freedom life can bring us. And so that's what we are able to gain with this business. And so definitely don't undermine your personal development, because it's going to give you the mindset to believe in yourself even when nobody else does. Now, guys, after 6 years of doing YouTube consistently, now 6 years later, I'm getting branding deals that I have, like, that was, remember when my brother called me and said, Lil, there's people making money on YouTube. Well, the way you make money on YouTube is not through the ads. You get like some money. It's through people seeing you and wanting to work with you. So this week I have a campaign with Kleenex. I need to film a video using this new product that Kleenex has, and they're paying me to do this, guys. I just got another offer today, it's going to be huge if I get it. But this is after 6 years of consistently doing this. So I know when this business feels hard after like 6 months, a year. I mean, shoot, I've been doing it 2.5 years, and I wish, I'm like, why am I not, you know, bigger than I am right now? How come I'm only this? But we have to understand that anything that you're trying to achieve, whatever it is, it's going to take time. And so you have to keep it fun. You know, if you're not having fun, you have to figure out what lights your fire. And to me, like editing and adding music to my videos, like I still do YouTube today because I love it. Like I love getting creative and making these things. So find what you really love and talk more about that. Build your audience. Build your audience. Figure out what is that thing that makes me tick that's not Beachbody. And sometimes, I know when you become a Beachbody coach, isn't it easy to be like, all of a sudden you can't think of what else you like outside of Beachbody? Like we become a little like so obsessed with this that we're like, wait, what am I into? Fitness? No, it's so not relatable. People are not like I'll always remember Autumn at one of the summits. She was like, you guys, we are not normal. The average person is not thinking about working out and having their energized and like, no, they're on the couch. Like they're not. When she was promoting Country Heat, she's like, this is going to make it fun for people. This is not the norm to like love fitness. And so I think that even though we're very into it, we have to like almost put that aside. Put that aside. If you really want to grow this business, put the whole, you know, Beachbody thing aside. And I would go like live on video and share your grocery hauls. Have you guys ever done a video showing what you bought? Like not even with your face, just going like this. I bought carrots, spinach. Has anyone on this call ever done that? Okay, I'm telling you, Paulina is the only one. I can't see the other girls. Guys, my #1 videos on YouTube these days are grocery hauls. And let me show you how I do it. I lay out all my groceries. I try to do them pretty, like, you know, veggies over here, canned goods there, whatever. I grab my iPhone and I go like this. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you what I bought at Aldi today. All right, so I'm going to start here. I got some carrots. Over here, with carrots, I like to dip them in hummus, so I share what I do with the grocery. I don't just say I got carrots, spinach, pie, listen to me. You know, I don't just share that. So I'll share what I make with it. I got the steak. Usually I saute this with some onions, really good. I'll do tacos with this. I'll throw it over rice. Next, I got this. I like to make this for the boys. It's a quick, easy snack. That's what I do. My #1 viewed videos. If you want to do a video right now that will attract your most views, put it to the test, you guys. Either go live or film a video and post it to YouTube, to Facebook. How many of you guys are using mostly Facebook to build your business? Paulina, Sam. Okay, how many of you Instagram? Okay, both Instagram. Well, when I say Well, I guess you would say 50-50. Where do most of your customers come from? Facebook or Instagram? Instagram? Facebook. Okay. Okay, they're still coming from Facebook. Okay, perfect, guys, because you know what? In a way, like Facebook Live, I mean, that is YouTube these days, you know? And now they do have the stories, which is so annoying. I'm like, overstimulation. Like, it's too much. I feel like keep every platform at what they're good at and let people, I don't know. I'm not liking all of this. Like, it's going to make us even more addicted to our doggone phones, which is too much stimulation. But anyways, I want to challenge you guys to share. I'm going to give you some of my top videos. So do any of you guys have babies right now? Any of you have little ones? No? Okay, I see one. Right now, I'm going to encourage you, and I'm going to tell you, wait, what's your name? Sam. Okay, Sam, how old's your baby? Hold on. Oh, Paulina, you have to unmute her.
She put in the chat, the baby's 8 weeks old.
Oh my gosh, you have the foundation right now to build a mommy audience. I'm telling you right now, if you have the courage to do it, and I'm telling you, it does not take much. Do you have an iPhone? Okay, you grab your iPhone, invest in a little tripod because it's such a pain, like stacking books and cups. Once you get a tripod, it's like, why was I stacking books and cups for all that time? Just get a tripod, you guys. Get a tripod, and you literally start next week, your baby's 9-week update, and just share what your baby's doing. Oh, here's little baby, 8 weeks, she's breastfeeding great. I want you to do that. Start, and you will see, you're gonna get more views on that video than any sweaty workout of you working out, okay? But I'm challenging this whole team right now to do a grocery haul, okay? A grocery haul. Go ahead and tag Paulina so she could tag me, okay? So that I can see you guys doing this assignment. The next time you go grocery shopping, film it. You don't even have to look cute. You just film the food. Film the food. If you have babies, I ask that because if you can start right now doing updates about your kids, updates about their age. So you would say 2-year update, 1-month update, whatever, you would do that. Now, let me try to give it in terms of, Paulina, what's something you would say is your hobby or interest?
Does my dog count as a hobby or interest?
It does, because there's a lot of fur friends. So something that you can do is share my top toys for dogs, top doggy toys. You could share a video on my top treats for the dog. And you know what? Go out and explore new treats. That's what I love about being a YouTuber, is that I go and I'll like buy stuff so that I can talk about it online. Go try new treats and then do a review. These are, and you don't even have to buy 5, 2. I'm gonna do a review on these 2 treats and let you know, film your dog eating it, and you're gonna do that. So that's your dog. If you guys wanna go down the list, tell me your interests and I'm gonna give you some ideas. So Paulina, for you, I'm saying post doggy treats, reviews, talk about best dog parks in Miami, talk about how to keep your dog's teeth healthy, okay? Top travel items, I need to share more about, I travel all the time. Katie, yes, and those are very viewed, highly viewed. And if you post, you know, how to pack lightly, how to travel, how to pack for a weekend, be specific with your topics. Don't just say like, you know, how to travel, how to pack for traveling. Say tips for how to travel for a weekend, whatever. You start posting videos about that and you will get a great response. Also, how I stay healthy. So another popular video most recently is healthy road trip snacks. That video already has like over, you know, 30 or 50,000 views on YouTube. Road trip snacks. Okay. Okay, you guys are saying you would watch each other. Awesome. Okay, who else wants to share maybe like their interests and how you can make a video about it? Some don't have to be so sexy. I know one of my coaches, Jenny here, has opened up about when it's, what did you call it? When it's blues, like the winter blues. She talked about that. And I think you got a great response. Didn't you get like a lot of people relating to you? So it doesn't have to be, you know, you could open up about your depression. You can open up about eating disorders or, you know, things like that too that are personal, but you can be specific to the content that you're talking about. So you could say, okay, Sam says she's learning how to sew. So right now, I'll tell you this, I don't know how to sew at all. So even though you're learning and you're not that good, one little tip that you say how to sew, you know, a little zippy pack to put snacks in or something like that. Maybe that's something easy that you can make, but you want to create, you're going to know more than me that I know zero. So sometimes we think like, well, gosh, you know, Paulina's like, but everyone has a dog, like people, but no, not everyone. You know, if you create content for something that somebody has an interest in and you just know a little bit more, you're going to come across as the expert, right? So, okay, anyone else want to throw in their interest or hobby in the comments and I'll give you some ideas? Or who's unmuted? Junie's unmuted.
Sorry.
Oh, you didn't mean to.
Well, I know we chatted before, but I'm using nursing to my career. And start applying tips to how to get your 12-hour shift, you know, or how your snacks can save you. You've got to go, you know, don't have time to eat long, but you don't have to pick up fast food or, you know, go to the cafeteria. You can eat something quick in your lunch bag.
Jennifer, you've been, because you know me from YouTube. So you're a YouTuber, girl. You were following other mommies. Why not turn the camera on yourself and make your first video about how to stay fit as a nurse, as a night nurse, be even more specific, how to pack healthy snacks, or the snacks I pack as a night nurse. And you put those tag words in the comments and you're very specific. You know, when it comes to YouTube and these kind of videos, guys, you have to like narrow it down or you're talking to nobody. You know, if you're talking to everyone, you're talking to nobody. So really narrow it down. And you think, but wait, there's other people that may want to know about my, it doesn't matter. You're going to speak to your night nurses. 100%, I would say do not delay that. Go and start making those videos. The minute you're packing a snack, and guys, this is how I do 80% of my videos. I'm like, hold on. Hey guys, right now I'm making a homemade hummus. I'm going to show you how I do it. Like that on the spot, guys. You don't, our iPhones are great quality. You can film just like that. Okay. Photography. Okay. Photography for beginners. You could share different photoshopping techniques. You could just share about how I get my shots, the type of photography that you do. But anyways, taking that interest and just even go to YouTube and look up what are other people posting about photography and make your own. Get the inspiration. Everything's already been invented, guys. What hasn't been invented is you. No one can duplicate you, okay? So if you get inspired, I don't care if it's the most famous, if you listen to a Chalene Johnson podcast and just shared this, you make your own because your audience most likely didn't hear that Chalene podcast, but they know you. So you make your own, give it your own take, and then you sound like the expert. Abina said reading books. Abina, you can go everywhere with that. My top reads, why you like them, review specific books. My review on this, and choose popular books that are trending now and do a review on it. Okay, I'm always looking for new recipes for my son to be able to eat because he's allergic to most basic ingredients. That is something so many people now, I swear there's something wrong with our food supply, but a lot of moms need those tips and ideas. Start posting more about that, you know, allergens and ingredients that you stay away from, why you stay away from them. Post specifically about that, and you can have a wealth of like, guys, just make a list of ideas that you could do. So Pauline, I just told you now, doggy tricks, dog parts, top dog parts, doggy treats. My favorite dogs. You know, maybe Oliver, you haven't, but talk about your top 3 favorite dogs, and people will see, oh, will my dog be in that list? You know, my top 10 favorite dogs that I love. So, okay. Katie says that's huge. Exactly. Talking to Monica. So guys, there's a lot of stuff. If you're feeling stuck in your Beachbody business, I promise you the answer to getting unstuck is going to be to share non-Beachbody things. But it's going to be that that little secret to unlock the windows to your soul. Because when people can see you laughing and being exciting, and guys, don't overthink video. Please don't overthink video. And especially, I personally like live because I could say, what's that thing I'm thinking about? And it's okay. Whereas if I'm filming hey guys, today I'm gonna share this, I can't just be like, I'll edit that out. But live, you could do it. You could be like, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. And it's okay because you're showing yourself and, you know, your personality or whatever. So don't overthink. I do recommend quality, like use the front of your iPhone when you can, like to film things. Get in front of a window and have good lighting. You know, don't post yourself in a dark room. I went and bought this light from Costco. I mean, I could have bought like the Diva light or something, but I was like, you know what? I want to look better lit in my pictures. And so I went and I bought a little $30 light. Okay, so definitely lead with quality, but not perfection quality. And there's just, you know, start looking up how to get more creative with filming and stuff like that. If it's your thing, guys. If this isn't your thing, then maybe I'm not speaking to you. But if you've thought about this, I almost feel too that it's almost like I've heard other like entrepreneur coaches like say this, like it's either keep up with the times or get left behind. And I know that it sounds a little like, you know, harsh, and you don't want to maybe hear that because it's like, but why? But it's just the way that it is. If you don't embrace the new technology that's coming out, you're gonna get left behind. And I know all of you guys have big hopes and dreams for your businesses, and you want to go places, and you want to, you know, you have financial goals, you have freedom goals, and the way that you're going to achieve all of those is by stepping out of your comfort zone, not overthinking, and going for it. Just going for it. Don't overthink it. So again, just stand in front of I always like to film during daylight, right in front of a window. That's gonna be your best lighting, or go outside even, go outside. So, okay, my throat hurts from talking so much. I hope that you guys got some value out of this. I know we still have time on this call, but maybe we could, you guys feel more comfortable, we can talk a little more. But I just want to share with you guys what this business has done for me. I know all of our goals are different as to why we do what we do with Beachbody. At the time, I did have my clothing line, but I was going through a hard time. I had a shipment come in that all the straps were small and tight, and literally thousands of tops that I was unable to sell. And so I was like, what the heck am I going to do? I had to pay for them because of a miscommunication. It was my fault. And I was stuck with these tops. I was sitting in the crossroads of, I don't know how to grow this business. Like, I envisioned it in every store and, you know, all this stuff, but I didn't know, little old me didn't know how to take it to that level. Every night I had to stay up and print my shipping labels and put my little tissue and spray it and put my thank you card. And now that I can just put an email address and Beachbody does the rest, I'm telling you, there is no difference in this business and you doing any other kind of business. It still takes the same amount of promoting, marketing, advertising, all of that, except for we get to sit back, post selfies, our food, and make money that way rather than having a, like, I could never do LuLaRoe, guys. Those girls have to package and ship all of their clothes and be like Home Shopping Network, like item 375. Like, no, it's not for me. But any business that I don't have to ship is the business for me. But I learned that, you know, through trial and error or through experience, right? Because it's fine if you get 1 or 2 orders, but if you have a big business and you got 20 orders and you got to get the inventory and pack and stuff and ship and stuff, it's no fun. So that's where I was when I discovered this business, at the crossroads, just like, how am I supposed to grow this? I talked to my coach. She told me she was making X amount every week, and I was like, really? I don't even make that in a month right now. And so I hit the ground running from the beginning, guys. because I was able to, I understood and I saw, wait a minute, people aren't necessary. I got to tell people that these tops exist. I got to tell them, you know, instead of a long candy, you wear a short one so you're not hot. I had to like explain to people with fitness and weight loss, it's never going out of style. I mean, it's something that's needed. And so I saw that and I said, I'm going to run with this. And I did, guys. I ran with it. My very first vision. I have never made a vision board in my life, like that I actually stuck to. I made a vision board, a digital vision board. And at the end of 2015, I checked off every single one of those things, including like, I mean, it was silly things like getting a house cleaner. It's like, I want someone to fold my laundry. My income goal came about $10,000 short, but it was still a pretty like lofty income goal for my first year. More time with my family. I wanted to be a diamond coach, and I ended it, I think, 2-star after that year. But I had my eye on like becoming a diamond coach, owning a home. That didn't necessarily happen just from Beachbody, my husband's job, but my contribution, all of our bills doubled when we became homeowners. And so because of Beachbody, we were able to still save money, and you know, it definitely helped out. But more than anything, I heard about the first trip, our cruise, the first Success Club trip that I was around for, and I wanted to take my husband on that so bad. He's always been a provider for us. I've always been a stay-at-home mom, and I wanted nothing more than to say, babe, I earned this trip for us. And so I, honestly, more than anything, I didn't care about anything. I had my eye on that trip. I wanted to earn that trip so bad. And the day that I did, it was just like, you know, pinch me. It was something I fought for. I had my eye on it. I wanted it to happen. It did happen, and I felt so amazing because of that. And so, anyways, dreams can happen. If you guys dream and visualize big enough, it can happen in this business. Don't think that, you know, the fact that it's been done by anyone else means that you can do it too. And I know that I'm going all the way. I'm not stopping anytime soon, but I'm also multi-passionate. And so I'm an individual, and I'm more than just Beachbody, guys. So I'm gonna continue sharing that. And the more that you share more than just Beachbody, that's when you're really gonna build that trust, build that connection, and you're gonna get your audience. So, amen.
Amen, girls. Thank you so much. Lots of great nuggets and takeaways and ideas and suggestions, which is amazing, because I know sometimes, like you said, like we get stuck and we start overthinking it when we have already what we need. We just gotta be creative about it or get resourceful. So I took some notes. I'm just gonna do like a quick recap. You kicked off the call saying to create your own opportunities. Don't just sit back and wait for it to happen. Clearly, like, you know, you've always been a go-getter. You've been ambitious. You've failed forward. You've tried different things. And you weren't afraid to just like stay stuck or accept something that you, like a spot you don't want to stay in life. So I think a lot of us can, you know, get inspired from that in itself, and building your audience. And that's built by just having that ability to connect with people. And like you said, it doesn't have to be even anything Beachbody related. It's just being yourself, being real, sharing your family and your lifestyle and what you like to do, your hobbies, your interests. It's not just like being this perfect Beachbody coach. Like, we're just regular people, you know, like we're not experts. We're not better than anyone else at anything. We're just on our journey, and we have to be willing to open up and share and be vulnerable about it, so that way other people can relate to that and want to be part of it. Constantly evolving yourself and taking people on that journey. So each step of the way, wherever you're going, like updating people, like telling them what you're up to. Because if all you're doing is just posting about like your challenge groups or about coaching, but you're not sharing anything else, like people can't relate to that, you know, like they need to know who you are, where you came from, where you're going, you know, what you do on a daily basis. Like, you know, as silly as it sounds, like you might think like, I think I'm a super boring person. But I'm sure other people might not think that, you know, like I love to sit home with my dog, and I'm perfectly content with that. And I know there's other people out there too, so I got to talk about that, because they're gonna be like, oh, she likes to stay home on a Friday night too. Like, yeah, like we can connect on that. Like, you know, like what is she watching? What am I watching? You know, and kind of like when I think of Lily, like she's like the social media queen, I think of like her social media is like her daily reality show. Like she's just sharing like everything she does throughout the day. Like she documents everything. She doesn't have to like create some fancy content or trainings or whatever. Like she's just taking people on the journey and showing them everything she's doing. Branding yourself in your story, what makes you stand out. Showing the lifestyle, your actions are more than your words. I totally agree with you. Being vulnerable, real, don't overthink it. Collaborate with others. And we can do this obviously like with each other like this. Like we're collaborating right now. Like Lily's doing my team call. I'm going to do her team call in a few weeks. Like we're sharing each other's tips, and you can work with other coaches. You can work with your friends. If somebody, you know, is into social media stuff or branding or advertising, whatever, like work with each other. Like we're not in competition with each other. You can, you know, help each other out, sharing different tips and trainings and tools and stuff. Your transformation is your bread and butter. Make it your business. Completely agree on that. That's part of our vital behaviors, being proof of the product's work, right? Having that CEO mindset, doing what it takes, finding solutions, and just sharing tips and value. I think like, we definitely do overthink things so much when, like I said, we already have what we need. We just gotta do it and use it and be creative about it. So thank you so much, Lily. That was awesome. I'm sure everyone loved the call and had lots of golden nuggets to take away from this. But we're not gonna keep you any longer because it's been like an hour, and I know everybody needs to hop off and get back to their kids or whatnot. Oliver just threw up in the other room. That's why I had to walk out. So, you know, it's life. It's life. So
no, honestly, I looked at the time. I don't have the paid Zoom. Clearly you do. Because I'm like, okay, it's going to cut me off and I'll know my cutoff. And then I looked, I'm like, oh, I've been going for an hour. So sorry, guys. I hope I gave you some value here.
that was good, girl.
Where was my cutoff?
Sorry, yeah, I have the upgraded version, so we can talk all night if you want. But
I know, I see that.
All right, we'll take a quick picture. So everyone look at the camera and smile. Thank you guys for being on this call. Thank you again, Lily. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. Awesome. Have a great night, everybody. I will